I wrapped fresh crab meat in bacon, then grilled it, and I'm telling you guys, this might be the best thing I ever made. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know I make a lot of different creative ideas, but this one is gonna knock it out the park, and it's really, really simple. All you need is about 4 to 5 ingredients, some bacon, some jumbo lump crab, or if you're on a budget, you can get the cheaper crab, some butter, garlic butter, or we got this Old Bay garlic butter, which does the trick every single time, and then your favorite seafood seasoning. Today we're gonna go with some Old Bay. And then you need some toothpicks, and this process will never be complete without a bag of Kingsford charcoal. Let's get it. Okay, for the first step, you're gonna wanna go ahead and open your bacon. Now, I like the thin pieces of bacon because the thick cut, it doesn't really cook that strong. You need the thin pieces because this is gonna cook very, very, very fast. You wanna go ahead and start off by opening your bacon. I never understood why bacon companies package their bacon like this. It just makes it super complicated. So, you wanna slowly grab out your pieces of bacon and lay them flat on a cutting board. Now the reason you're laying these flat is because you're gonna wanna pile that crab meat on top of them and we're gonna wrap them. You're gonna lay them flat individually. Like I said, go for the thinner cuts of bacon. They cook so much faster and so much easier. Okay, once we got that bacon layered out, you're gonna wanna take your can of jumbo lump crab meat. Now I'm not gonna lie, this is the expensive type of crab meat. This is the cream of the crop right here. This is the thing that gets the job done. If you're on a budget, regular crab in a can, that also works the same too. I'm gonna go ahead and peel that open, pop that bad boy open. You see how like round they are? They're really big, they're really round. This will actually help sit in the bacon better versus if it was shredded because it's gonna fall out. This will not fall out, it'll be tucked right in there. You're gonna wanna take this jumbo lump crab and put it individually on each piece of bacon. All right, so once you have that bacon laid out, you wanna go ahead and slice them in half. This makes it easier to wrap because you don't need that much bacon. I know it might look like you do, but you really don't. You just need about 2 of these, so that way you can wrap it once, wrap it twice, lock it in with the toothpicks, and I promise you, it's gonna be official. Just like that, super easy. Like I said, go for the lighter pieces. These pieces right here where you can kind of see through them, these are the best types of pieces that you want. Wrap them up in a big giant pile, just like that. So to make these, you want to take the first piece of bacon, place your crab meat in there. I stuffed it with 3, then wrap it in one direction, then take the other piece of bacon and wrap it in the other direction so everything is locked in. You then want to use the toothpicks to pin them together and season it with that Old Bay. Okay, so obviously you guys know that we're cooking these over Kingsford Original Charcoals, and I'm just gonna give you guys the basic instructions on how to start a grill, especially for this cook because it's not really like the usual way you start it. So first, we got ourselves a kettle grill. Now this is the only way to grill. Over here, we do not use lighter fluid, so let me run you guys down on how to do it. This right here is a chimney starter, which is where you wanna plop that in there, grab some fresh newspaper. You don't want the newspaper to be thick. You wanna make sure that you open it all up because the thicker it is, the harder it's gonna be to light, especially if it's windy out. Plug those all in. Once that newspaper is down there, it's time to open up the fresh bag of Kingsford charcoal and lightly pour that mixture in, but do not fill it to the top. You do not want to burn these too much because the more charcoal you cook on this bacon is going to burn it up. So you want to make sure you put just enough so that way you could cook them all super fast and super easy. Now you want to go ahead and grab your lighter. That fire will catch on. And once that fire catches on, this will rise up. And when that smoke stops, you know the coals are done. All right, so you see how the fire is coming up now? This thing is ready to drop. So take your handle, do not touch the cylinder. You will burn your hand and you'll be in the hospital. And dump them, just like that. You want to spread them out a little bit because like I said, you do not want them to cook super duper fast because these will burn up. Once that bacon gets right on charcoal, it's gonna burn easily. All right, we got the grill going and now it's time to get these on top. I'm gonna go ahead and load these down on the grill. And you want every single side of these to cook and you don't want to keep it open too long, so we're gonna get these on super fast and you want to make sure that every single side is cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the lid back on, and as these are cooking, I'm telling you guys, the smell of this is insane. Them neighbors over there, they're always wondering, what am I whipping up over here? I guess I gotta come over here and find out. Okay, so you do not want to leave these abandoned. Leaving them abandoned can cause for stuff like this. Like I said, they cook really fast. These only been on for about a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip them. That's still good. Flip that one. That's still good. Like I said, that bacon grease will drip down and it will cause the flame to go up. So you want to babysit these. This isn't something where you can just sit back and just chill. You see how it's sizzling just a little bit? You want it just like that. Perfect. That brown crisp right there, that's exactly what you want on all sides. Like I said, that flame will go up, so you have to babysit. And why the flame is going up is because this grease is dripping down. Oh yes. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be so worth it. Just keep flipping and flipping and flipping. Don't worry about the flame. The flame will do the magic itself. Now, if the flame becomes too much, you can always take them off and put them to the side and let that flame go down a little bit. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna move them to the side, put it back on top, and let that catch that smoke for a little bit, so that way the bacon kind of cooks a little bit through. All right, so once some things been smoking for a little bit, it's been about 2 minutes, it's gonna go ahead and throw these back on. Look at that brown crisp right there. That's exactly how you want it on each side. We're gonna get it hit a little bit here on this side a little bit. Perfect. And honestly, you don't even have to go as hard as that much. You can honestly cook about 4 or 5 of these, let these go, and these things are cooking beautifully. Make sure you hit all sides. You wanna make sure that you get the sides of them so you can put them on the side. Your tong work will depend on this right here. This is where the real grill masters get made. See that? Perfect. Dripping. This piece right here is going to be the best piece. I'm telling y'all. And now I'm gonna move all these to this side, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna let it smoke for about 10 minutes while I go melt this butter. Okay, so this is an extra step, but this is basically just gonna let it smoke at that smoky flavor so the bacon underneath cooks and gets that smoky flavor. We got some Kingsford hickory pellets that we're gonna pour on top of the charcoal, and that way we're gonna put the lid on, and what it's gonna do is gonna be super smoky, and it's just gonna add that smoky flavor to it, just to finish it off, to add that texture. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go melt this Old Bay garlic butter. But first, let's dump some of these pellets on here. And I'm just gonna sprinkle some directly on top of the charcoals. What this will do, it'll burn it all up, and it's gonna smoke. And all of these crabs, I'm telling you, you're gonna taste the sweet taste of hickory on these. It just adds the second to best final touch. The final touch is the garlic butter, but watch this. So you wanna put the lid on this side, so that way the smoke comes out of this side. And watch, as I do this, you'll slowly start to see smoke just coming out. And as you can see, the smoke started. But look at this. This is straight hickory flavor that's going straight to the food. So you're gonna taste this in your food. It's gonna add extra flavor. This butter right here does magic. I make it in all my recipes. It's Old Bay garlic butter by Jimmy Seafood. It works perfectly on seafood, really anything, honestly. If you can put Old Bay on anything, I'm an Old Bay holic. I'm from Philly, but I live out in Maryland, and I put Old Bay on everything. All right, now it's time to take this off. And look, these things have been smoking beautifully. Now that it got that nice smoke texture to it, look how it browned up that bacon, so it's gonna cook beautifully. We have this beautiful Old Bay melted garlic butter. Look at this. This is just gonna go directly on top of each piece. I mean, just freaking beautiful. If you're on a diet, click off this video. This video is not for you. This is for big bags only. Not mention anything about this being healthy. This is definitely not healthy. You just want to brush that on there. Oh, now it's the ultimate test, the taste test. Let's see what it's hitting for. You already know what time it is, baby. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Now is the moment of truth. It's time to dive into these. You want to go ahead and make sure you take those toothpicks out. These things are super duper juicy, super meaty. I'm excited. Let's take a bite. These things do not belong together, but this is so good, bro. Oh my God. The flavor in it is just unmatched. Make sure you guys make these yourself. You've seen it here first. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Shout out to Kingsford. Let's get it, man. Boom!